and district, we also saw what are the reliefs, what is the penalty. We also saw the mediation and product liability details. Now we are going to look at another concept of e-commerce. Now, e-commerce is something that you all use day to day, based on day to day activities. That's buying and selling of goods and services online. Now, your online shopping, Amazon, Flipkart, all that comes under the package of e-commerce. Now, what is e-commerce? Is definition is means buying or selling of goods and services, including digital products over digital or electronical network. So basically, you're using a network to order items. You are using a network to order services. Now, category of goods is something like if you're buying a bed sheet or some kitchen item, an appliance, all that is selling, buying of goods. And services is nothing but your urban company where you order for particular service. You order bathroom cleaning services, kitchen cleaning services, all that is coming under your services category. Now, this e-commerce is coming under a Consumer Protection E-commerce Rules 2020. Now, as per that, second. Now, as per the Consumer Protection E-commerce rules, we do have a certain so we have the particular rules 2020, and they have certain scope and applicability for whom it is applicable. Now, for whom is this rules applicable? It is for all goods and services bought or sold over digital or electronic network, including digital products. So everything that you buy online, this particular rules is applicable for that particular person. Now you buy a kitchen appliance, or you buy a bottle, or you buy a bed, or you buy anything, it's applicable for all categories of goods and services. Second, all models of e-commerce, including marketplace and inventory models of e-commerce. Now we will see what is marketplace, we'll see what is inventory models of e-commerce. It is applicable for both type of models. Now, all e-commerce retail, including multi-channel, single retail branding, and single brand retailers in or multi-brand formats. Now, again, if any single brand or multi-brand has got their own e-commerce website, then it is applicable also to them. Now, what is single channel, single brand and multi-brand? Single brand is something like your Apple. You have Apple sells only Apple products. They do not share any other products. They are not entitled to share any other products. And multi-brand is nothing like your lifestyle, your Reliance Trends. You have various brands from other brands also. You sell other brands. So that's multi-brand. And single brand is under one group. There is only only one brand. That is single brand. Now, all form of unfair trade practices across e-commerce. Now, we saw what is unfair trade practices. All unfair trade practices will not be entertained in a concept of in an e-commerce kind of a setup. Now, page number 319 is not 356. 356 is the PDF number. 319. There are points which says what an e-commerce company should do. Now the e-commerce entity is basically a company incorporated as per the Companies Act. It should have a legal name. It should have a geographical address. It needs to have a website. It needs to have contact details. It needs to have it needs to mention that any unfair trade practices will not be conducted. It needs to have a grievance redressal mechanism. That's if you buy from Amazon, you have certain issues with Amazon, you can contact somebody. So you need to have a customer care. In case you're not happy with what they have helped, you can go to the higher authorities also. That's called a grievance mechanism. So you can do that also. So they need to have facilities for grievance mechanism. They need to have facilities for your call center. They need to mention, all the grievance contact details on the website. They have to mention the National Commission Consumer Helpline of the central government, and they should not charge any cancelling charges on any online purchases. So if you see Amazon, if you've experienced Amazon, you order a product and you want to cancel it, you can cancel it. They will not charge anything for you. So that is as per the e-commerce rules and regulations, that you cannot charge any cancelling charges. Then again, you should keep all records of purchasing, consumer purchasing, what kind of services have been purchased. All those details have to be kept and on record. So that's why you see apps, whenever you want any app, it will be kept for you. As in, you can always go and you can see your order details. So that is also required as per the e-commerce rules. Next, any payments, if whatever payments you are taking from the customer, it has to be by a proper mechanism of the RBI. So whether it needs to go as in from the approved mode. If it's UPI, it needs to be an approved mode of UPI transactions. It can be debit card, credit card, by Paytm, by WhatsApp payment. So all these have to be approved by RBI. That's when you can use these mechanisms to take money from the customers. Now you cannot change any price on the website by your own until and unless the seller wants to give a discount or anything. So these are the requirements that an e-commerce entity should have when you are starting a e-commerce company. Any queries so far? Anyone's got any queries? This e-commerce entity, it means an e-commerce entity which provides an information technology platform on a digital or electronic network to facilitate transactions between buyers and sellers. Now, when you look at marketplace e-commerce, what do you give me one example of a marketplace e-commerce entity? Do you all know what is a marketplace e-commerce entity? Now, I've told you, it is an entity which gives a platform for buyers and sellers to meet. What are the examples that you all see in your real life day-to-day time? What are the websites that you all use? Give me examples of marketplace e-commerce entity. Anybody?
Amazon, Flipkart.
Amazon, basically, a buyer wants to buy something from the website, it contacts the seller and you can buy it. Inventory e-commerce entity means an e-commerce entity which owns the inventory of goods or services and sells such goods or services directly to the consumers, and shall include single brand retailers and multi-channel single brand retailers. So basically, inventory e-commerce entity is something that now if I'm an entity, I stock up inventory, and if somebody is buying, I take it out from my particular go down. That's called an inventory e-commerce entity. Now, what are the examples for an inventory e-commerce entity? So what are the examples what are the websites that you will use is an inventory based? I'm sure you'll use one or two websites. You just don't know whether it is an inventory based model or not, but when you order something, you will get it immediately. What are those channels? Entities. Those are direct selling entities. Now, there's another concept of money circulation scheme and pyramid scheme. Now, money circulation scheme and pyramid scheme is not allowed in the what do you say? It is not allowed in the business. It all the acts are against, all the rules are against this money circulation scheme and pyramid scheme. Now, what is money circulation? It's something that they will ask you, you buy something or you sell a particular one second. They will tell you buy a particular item, you sell a particular item, and we will give you so much profits. You can earn so much profit. They'll give you an X number, which it is unimaginable. Now that is money circulation scheme. Now Amway and all, it tells if you sell one product, we'll give you a percent of that. But in this money circulation scheme, they will tell you that in your profits, they will give you a huge amount of their profits, all of that, which is not realistic. It is over and above the practicality. So that's why it is not allowed. Pyramid scheme is also something like a money circulation scheme itself. Again, it is, so basically it says, you invest so much and you'll get so much returns, all of that. If you sell so much, you'll get so much, you'll get double. All that is over and above the requirements. So that's why it is not allowed as per the e-commerce requirements. Now, you have certain duties and liabilities of, the inventory e-commerce, marketplace e-commerce. All the information should be accurately published. You should not, you should accept refunds, returns. You should mention all your contact details. You should mention your complaint numbers. You cannot falsely represent anything. All those are, there are certain duties and liabilities for marketplace e-commerce. That is nothing but your Amazon, your Flipkart, and inventory based e-commerce is nothing but your Big Basket, your Swiggy, Instamart. So it is in simple points, so you can go through that and you will have to remember that for the exam. Other than that, we are done with the Consumer Protection Act. You have any queries? Anybody's got any queries?